Dear Mr. President, Dr. William Ruto, receive greetings from a patriotic son of a carpenter. I know you feel like Kenyans are now pushing you to the wall, that they are getting personal on you. Those close to you say that it was not all about the finance bill, that the youths are being used to sabotage your government. I would like to know whether you, too, think that way. Do you? Are you like, what do these people really want? Well, I feel like I shouldn't tell you because you will ignore me or you will say your hands are tied until you see things get off hand again. I also feel like you know what they want, but you are not ready to offer. So a blind eye becomes an affordable option. I sat down and asked myself, why would the president want to meet us to ask from us what we want? Doesn't he know what we want? Does a father need to sit his kids down to know whether they want clothing? Why would my driver ask me how I want him to drive my car when he has gone to a certified driving school and knows all the traffic rules? If we tell you we want you to deal with corruption, 100%, which is something totally within your powers, are you sure you won't promise us investigations into the said scandals and that culprits will be dealt with by the law? Then it ends there. Are you not going to protect them as you have protected the killer cops who extracted lives from our unarmed youths as if they were doing a harvest from their farms for the awaiting ready market, leaving their families with permanent wounds that we can never ever afford to heal? And are you sure you don't know criminals in your government, sir? If we have had to lose lives for you to do something for us that you should have done long ago to avoid all the damage, how should we trust that you have our interests at heart? Would you trust you again if you were us, Mr. President? Between your close people that helped you campaign and the people that gave you the votes and made you president, who have you consistently prioritized? Are you telling us, Mr. President, that the institutions financed by our taxes to clamp down corruption are incapable of detecting broad daylight theft that is happening in this country, which us ordinary Kenyans can just see without investigating? Are you not seeing what we are seeing happen within your government? You said some of the unlawful things you see your people do, you normally call and talk to them. Really? Is that all you can do, sir? In many cases, when asked why many of your promises have never materialized, you remind us that you took over a broke government. Well, let's buy that for once, that you surely took over a broke government. Now tell me, sir, how many billions do you need to fulfill a promise like, I will make sure that no single shilling is lost because every shilling will be accounted for? That was a promise you made, and it needs no budget to implement. Now it is like every shilling is being wasted in your watch. Now, when you fail to fulfill such vital, costless promises and work so hard to implement a housing bill, can you convince me that you don't have a personal intention in the project, really? When you borrow these loans, assume the loaner scrutinized how you spend the taxes we generate. Do you feel like you deserve to be given the loan? Can the loaner be confident that the loan is going to help your people, or do those ones too not care? The people who see you borrow money also hear about your leaders going to Dubai and troops to conduct a 2-hour meeting and get kingly services at the taxpayer's expense. Does that make you a proud president? Mr. President, the poor, disappointed son of a carpenter will leave it there for today, but allow him to give you his personal opinion that I know will make no sense to you. If I were to decide your fate today, sir, I would never think of sending you home. I would make you stay and help us fix this mess. But to ensure that you are surely in the process of fixing the mess, I would make you send a lot of people home. People who have disappointed us as a country in service delivery. I would never support the reshuffling of cabinet secretaries, Mr. President. An incompetent person is an incompetent person before and after the reshuffle. That is like swapping a pair of torn socks so that you put on the left one on the right foot and vice versa. It doesn't change the fact that they are torn socks. The holes will persist until you buy new socks, and you know that. So, Mr. President, are you going to save the country, or you will give it to your loyal people who helped you campaign as a gift to do with it as they please?